So I know a lot of you guys have been following me since I put out my Leica rabbit hole video about 2 years ago, I think. And that video is basically just about the addiction of Leica and how it can just completely just wrap you up and just pull you right down into that rabbit hole. And you fall in love, you spend a lot of money, but it's something that totally makes you happy. So I know a lot of you guys that started following me back then share the same addiction. And I just have to tell you, or even to those of you that are new here, the addiction has gotten really bad for me this month. I fell in real deep. I purchased not only one Leica camera this month, not two, but 3 Leicas. Let me tell you about the cameras, why I picked them up, and why I believe I might make a few more deals to grab a couple more, and I think I'll be complete. It's either that or this Leica rabbit hole. It's just, the addiction is so strong. I'm just gonna continue to do this until I have, every single camera that Leica produces, or at least the modern ones. Of course, I'll never be able to afford all their lenses, but that's a whole nother rabbit hole to jump into, and luckily so far I've been pretty good with that. Let me know in the comments if you share the same addiction, whether it's Leica, Fuji, Sony, Canon, you name it. I've been addicted to pretty much, well, all those that I just named. But currently, Leica is my love. But with that, let's go ahead and unbox the Leica Q3 Monochrome, and let's go ahead and dress it up with a couple accessories. I've got a camera strap coming for it. Pretty excited about that. And yeah, let's open it up. So it feels like I was just here a couple days ago unboxing a camera, and that is because I was. I think just around 4 or 5 days ago, I unboxed this beautiful SL3 Reporter edition. And I did a very quick, crude unboxing of this M EV1 with my iPhone while I was at work. I could not wait to just get it out of the box and take a look at it. And quite honestly, this thing has been pressing me all day long, but I wanted to do this video, so I hope you can understand that even though I have the addiction, I was able to wait for you to join me in this moment. So here we go, Leica Q3 Monochrome. You guys are all familiar with how the box opens up. Let me start out by saying I did let my Q2 Monochrome go. Not for this camera. Actually, I used it as a trade-in on my SL3 Reporter. Not only that camera, but I also traded in my SL2 as well. So yes, I traded my SL2 and my Q2 Monochrome in on this camera. And I think that I got a good deal on it. They were very fair, like in New York. A big shout out to them. I really appreciate the deal that they hooked me up with. I think they treated me more than fair, and I hope to do a lot more business with them in the future. But so far, I'm loving this camera. Just took it on a cruise this week. And even though I had this one before the cruise, I knew I didn't want to be sidetracked, testing out the lenses and everything. So I just took this camera here, and I pretty much exclusively shot this. So the EV1, I have not shot this camera pretty much at all, other than just a couple test shots at the office. So I'm really looking forward to shooting this camera here as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Q3 Monochrome. Now, yes, I know for a lot of people are going to say you had the Q2 Monochrome, and honestly, just a quick glance, it looks just like my Q2 Monochrome. Except for this was the biggest feature that I really wanted, was to have the tilt screen. I'm 51 years old now, and honestly, I like shooting low. I'll still do it occasionally, but when I'm getting up, it's a little more difficult than it used to be when I was young. So I wanted it for that reason. And there are a few other upgrades on this thing as well, I believe, but that's the one major thing there. And I see people kind of struggling with that. I just loved the Q2 Monochrome, and I didn't want to give it up. However, I knew this thing was coming out, or at least I believe it was, because Leica rumors said that it was going to be coming out. I thought it was coming out last month. Now, how I got this one here, I actually got this one from B&H, and I bought most of my gear from B&H. up to the point where I just started using Leica New York. And that's because they have the program that basically saves you the taxes. They're paying for the taxes on it. So I've been utilizing that offer to buy some of these expensive cameras because those numbers do add up. With that, I had recently bought the Hasselblad 907X, a camera that I bought last year and I sent it back. I regretted it. I bought it again. And I just, in a month's time, I didn't use it. So I thought, man, here I am again, buying into a whole new brand. I already had the X2D and a few lenses for that. It's set for a year with very little use. So I thought, just send it back. I'll put a credit on file. I heard this camera was coming out and I thought, I'm going to use that credit to buy this camera. And that's exactly what I did. The credit was for $7,400, just under $7,400. You have to pay for the return shipping. Other than that, they gave me a full and total credit. So I think the price difference in the end is still utilizing that offer to pay the tax. I end up paying an additional $400. So yep, here it is, the Leica Q3 Monochrome. And we're going to dress this thing out. So before we do that though, let's go take a look in the box. We know we've got the card that shows that it was inspected. And let's see, we've got the camera strap right here. I'm not going to use this. I actually have an Outcrown strap, a special new strap coming that I'm going to put on this camera. Can't wait to get it. And here we are with the new battery as well. Let's take that out. This battery is probably going to be dead. They come dead now, but I can grab the one out of the SL3, same battery. At least I believe it is. And then here we've got the USB-C cable. I already have that one, came with the SL3. And this adapter ring right here, that's if you want to remove the lens hood, I believe. Let's see. Well, it's actually unscrewing, so I'm just going to take it off with it. So if you didn't want to use the hood and you didn't like the way this looks right here, you can just screw it on and now it looks nice. But I love the lens hood. I love the way it looks. To me, it's part of the appeal of the camera. And yes, call me crazy, call me whatever you want, but I believe that the looks of the camera inspire you to shoot, and I do believe that this really adds to the overall aesthetics of this camera. Although getting to your filters will be a little bit of a pain. I still like it, and I think it's worth it. I'm going to keep the boxes just in case in the future I sell them. I like having everything, just like it was the day it came to me, brand new. So I keep everything, all the boxes and everything I keep them put away. I did have this on my Q2 Monochrome, and this is the Hot Grip by Outcrown. Now with this grip, you can actually pull this out right here and have access to put a flash in there while you're using the thumb grip at the same time. So we'll set that up in just a second. So if you pick up a little flash, very inexpensive, you can actually have a thumb grip and use the flash at the same time. But with this design, what's cool is it not only works on the Q3 system, the Q2 is pretty much the same thing, except for it only has one button. But this grip actually works on the Q2 totally fine, even though it was made for the Q3. So with that, let's go ahead and put the grip on. I have not put it on. We just took it out of the box, as you can see. Let's see how she fits. Beautiful snug fit. Everything fits the camera and matches very, very nice. I have a feeling the battery is going to be totally dead. And it is. Okay, so we'll get that charging. We'll take that battery out in a second. But before we do that, let me show you how we're going to dress up the M EV1. And I think the brass cap and accessory kit is going to look awesome on here. So let's go ahead and put that on real quick. I'm not going to try to make this a video about Outcrown, but I use them. I love them. I do encourage people to check them out. A lot of people have bought them using my 10% discount code, so it is in the description if you want to check it out. That's not at all what this video is about. It's about what I do to these cameras when I first get them. Like the SL3 right here. He sent me the Reporter edition, and I do have it, and I'll show you guys in another video. While I like the Reporter Edition, I just think the Outback and the contrast of the colors, the brown leather and everything on the screen, I think it just looks stunning. So I put it back on there for now. I'll probably just swap back and forth. Like I said, the looks are pretty important to me. Not only that, the quality is very important as well. And Outcrown definitely is, hits all those marks. So with that, you can see we've got a brass hot grip. Here's the shoe that attaches to it so that you can use your flash on there. And here's the lid. Same thing. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Let's go ahead and rig it out real quick. Here's a shutter release. They're calling these shutter toppers. Let me see if I can show you real quick. I don't know if we'll be able to zoom in here or not, but very nice machine work. It says Outcrown Miami on it. And I think they got a lot of different options to choose from, but I just think this one right here is just super cool looking. It's very simple and clean. And one thing when you put these on, you want to hold this here and kind of cinch it down a little bit. Don't be worried about it. Give it at least snug it up, you know. If you just lightly put it on there, it's going to loosen up. So just hold your switch so that it doesn't try to turn on, and just give it that little extra oomph there. So with that, this is a weather sealed body cap right here. You can see the inside they put in. They've got other mounts coming. I know they're working on the E mount, and I think pretty much one for all of the popular cameras. But already, I mean, look at how beautiful this is. So let's go ahead and put on the hot shoe adapter as well. And this is the brass kit. Now you can buy these separate, or you can buy them as a kit. I believe they have a kit that carries everything now. So with that, let's go ahead and put the brass on this beauty right here, right? And then we'll pop this one on too. There we go. The Leica M EV1 with the Outcrown brass weather seal body cap, the soft shutter release, the shutter topper, and the hot grip. Now the hot grip's super cool because now we can use the hot grip with the flash like this right here. And let me see if we just push it on in here. In the beginning, that first time, it's gonna be a little tight. But there we go. That's all of it together with the flash. So if you want to use the flash, keep this on your flash for safekeeping if you like. And then when we're done, we just take our little plug there and we pop it into the top. I was able to pick this up from another YouTuber at a very good deal. He bought it, realized that he didn't really care for it all that much. He says he's not really into the manual focus thing. So I saved me a little bit of coin on this thing, and I just thought it was a deal that I couldn't pass up. So that's how I ended up with the M EV1. I definitely wanted this camera. So far, like I said, I've only taken a couple shots with it, but if I'm gonna be honest, looking through the EVF, I was not like crazily overly impressed, and I tend to get this part dirty quite easily, which I don't like, because then I look at it and it's looking cloudy. It's not that it's cloudy, it's just that I'm getting smudges all over there. Now apparently it's the same as the Q3 here. I'll have to use them to find out, but I also know Outcrown is working on an eye cup for these cameras, and it interlocks into this hot grip, which is just super cool. I can't wait for that to come out and try it out. But that's the only one thing I could say about this so far. I'm not real sure how I feel about it just yet. I haven't used it enough. So that's how I got this particular camera. Bought it from another YouTuber. He tried it out for about a week, decided he didn't want it. So now I have it. Let's go ahead and put the battery in from the SL3. Oh, by the way, you know what? While we're here real quick, let me just interrupt for one more thing. This strap is called the Trail Flex. Now there's different color variations, and this is the SL for square lug, not SL for the SL camera, but any square lug camera you can connect these straps to. You can also use it for Hasselblad. I've got some Hassie adapters you can get for it. Clip it onto your Hasselblad, or they've got their own proprietary clip on here that you can use a split ring. So you can pretty much use this style strap on almost every camera. But what makes this particular one so special to me is it's adjustable 32 to 58 inches. You just simply pull it like that right there. You do it on both sides. You can pull it or you can pull it like this right here. Now you're really long, and if you want to shorten it up, you can just pull it like this, and you're right back to whatever length. You can just adjust it to fit your comfort throughout your time wearing it. When you're carrying around a big rig like this, a lot of times I want it on my side. That way you don't feel the weight of it. Because when it's around your neck, you can, over a period of time, you're going to start to feel it. But you can see right here, made in the USA, right out of Miami, Florida. Great people, great products. If you're in the market, check them out. Yeah, use my discount code, CameraFusion10, get 10% off. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. And just one real quick. You know what? While I keep wiping the screen off, let's go ahead. All right, so I screwed that one up a little bit, but let's go ahead and fire it up. See what we get. Here we go with our animation. I should have done this before I put the screen protector, because now we've got the glare. I always love the animation, so cool. All right, and we're doing English here. Leica photos. Let's go ahead and set it up. I already have it on. All right, so the cable, I do have it, so let's go ahead and use it. Oh, my case might get in the way here. Let's see. Yeah, so add camera. All done. Camera has been set up automatically. We'll hit done. No memory card. Okay, no, I don't have a memory card. And this battery's only got 2 bars. So it's weird that on here, it says done here, but we're still on step 3 here. I don't know if I should unplug it or not. I'm just gonna leave it here for just a moment. We'll see what happens with it. We're gonna do the Q series. They don't even have the Q. Oh, you know what? Let me update the app. That might be the issue. So let's update the app. Yep. So we're gonna update it, and that's probably why, because we're not seeing the new one. You should definitely update your firmware before you get doing this. Just something I didn't think about while recording the video. Okay. Well, now let's go ahead and turn on the Bluetooth. Let's make sure it's on. I really don't like this new menu system. I'm going to be honest. I like the way it was set up before, where you had your options, your bars there across the top. Maybe I'll get used to it, but I'm not a real big fan of change. Yeah, I'm sure once I get used to it, it'll be fine, but let's turn on pairing. Continue. Connect. Pair. Okay, camera added. I'm going to enable this time sync, the geotagging. I'm going to allow that. We'll just say continue. I just really wanted to set it up. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. Now, if we were to take a picture, it would show up here. I haven't taken a picture with it yet. Don't have a card in it. So I got a couple lens reviews coming up. One for TT Artisan, one for 7 Artisan. And also one for Sire sent me out a 35mm f1.4, and it's kind of ironic because it is the only L-mount lens that I have for this L-mount camera. I've been adapting all of my M lenses to it, M42. It's just fun to shoot with a manual lens. I really enjoy it. But with those lens reviews, if you want to check them out, make sure you're subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. My name's Tony. This is Camera Fusion. I'll see you in the next one.